Things are changed from the cooking videos. This is what we were up to 40 years ago.
So hello again, it's Penny Melville-Brown in Virginia Beach from Baking Blind. But actually today we're really looking back at Jo. This is Jo Saville as she was, Jo Nicholson as she is now, and our time together when we were in the Navy, which is all part of the Women's Royal Naval Service centenary this year. Jo, we were at Dartmouth together, weren't we? What are your memories of all
My
that?
memories of Dartmouth are thinking how terrifying it was, how woefully unprepared I was, and it's like it went on forever. It was only 4 months. It was January to April 1978.
Yes.
And it seemed like forever. And I actually went back to Dartmouth in 2016, and it seemed to have shrunk over the years. It was like, oh.
Less daunting.
Much less daunting, yeah. But yeah, no, I think there's a bond you get when you've been through that together, a bit like going through the trenches together. Especially with the female officer in charge that we had. I think we were her first division.
Oh really?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, right.
We had the same last name, and she made it very clear there was no way I could be related to her. So that kind of set the tone for the whole thing.
Well, I remember we had to go into her office, and we also had to polish all the brass handles.
Oh yeah.
So they were all sort of gleaming and polished. But you know, you'd go into her office and get a dressing down for some sort of bit of rhubarb, like not having a handbag strapped straight or something ridiculous.
Yeah.
And therefore you'd be sweating with nerves. So we all learned to go in with a tissue in our hand, because otherwise we couldn't open the door because our sweaty hands used to slip on it. Do you remember?
I do remember that now. My God, I had to suppress that memory, but yes. I mean, maybe that's why I always had a tissue stuck up my, the sleeve of my cardigan or whatever.
Ready to exit.
That's right. Can't get it out. Oh my God. Yeah.
Do you remember when we were on Dartmoor? We were doing an exped on Dartmoor, and we were being led by an army officer who had clearly got lost, and he had this whole bevy of, young women officers, or cadets as we were then, all absolutely sopping wet, freezing cold, very unhappy, and he had got lost, and he was not going to admit that he was lost. And then we ended up camping in tents. And
I remember. I think I may have some pictures of that. It's very hard to see because it's very misty and cold and rising down.
Yes.
But yeah, and I think that's why I have zero sense of direction, and I have a feeling that any sense of direction I may have had, I lost on the moors of Dartmoor thanks to him, because you're right, it's like, well, I thought we were going this way and he was convinced we were going in a completely opposite direction. What did I know? Yeah.
Because he was in charge.
He was in charge, yes. Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah. And we got up to all sorts of things at Dartmouth.
Do you remember that? I think I got it in here as well, where we started a rumour that the Wrens were going to go to sea, or going to fly or something, enough to make Nelson turn in his grave. Naval, this was in 1978, Naval wardrooms are in an uproar this weekend, is taking a few gin and tonics to soothe officers' shattered nerves. Reason? The Wrens are going to sea. And that was because there was somebody who was in S3, I think he was Scottish, I think his dad owned a paper or something, and we started this scurrilous rumour, completely untrue, and it was printed. And it took many years because that was, it said we were going to go to sea for 5 weeks on Fearless, taking part in naval exercises in the Baltic. Oh my God. Oh dear.
But it was a step up from the sort of finishing school that I think Greenwich had used to be.
Yes, yeah. I know you went to the LGC, Lieutenant's Greenwich course at Greenwich. I went to when I was stationed in London after Dartmouth and before Naples, which we'll get onto later. I went to a couple of mess dinners at Greenwich, and it was lovely. But I never took a course or anything.
No. Yeah. But the previous female officers.
Oh, they had, yes.
And it was a finishing school. They all went to but we went to music concerts, didn't we?
We did.
And we learned how to do coffee mornings.
We did, I remember that.
So you could circulate through, give everybody a cup of coffee, circulate and talk to everybody, drink your coffee, eat your chocolate biscuit, but not let it melt down the side of the cup.
Yes, I do remember that, yes. And I think that's why I'm a very good, being thrown into something unfamiliar doesn't bother me, because probably I've got a good cocktail party patter.
We had
practice
cocktail parties.
Yes.
Practice mess dinners, so you'd learn to speak to one person on one side for one course, and somebody else on the other side for another course.
Yes.
Yes, all those social niceties so that we could go around being charming.
Oh my, yeah, I do remember all of those.
But we sort of lost touch pretty much
We did.
after Dartmouth.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
then until I went out to Naples for my first job, which I really enjoyed, and you were coming out to relieve me, to take over the job. And I think we sort of manufactured all sorts of courses that you had to take before you came out, because you were seeing somebody in the UK and I was seeing somebody in Naples.
I think that probably was, yeah, because
I think we extended by about 3 months.
I think we did. I remember I did. I went to Cheltenham, I think, so like, was it GCHQ?
Yes.
And I did this completely above my pay grade course. It was like, Jesus, I hope they never ask me any of these questions because I've got no idea. But I did learn how to fudge my way through an intelligence briefing, a proto for Admiral Crown, not knowing what the hell anything was. It was like middle of the night. And you know, you just, I will find out and get back to you, sir.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
And I remember sitting in one of those briefings in the operations room, and somebody described some AOR or something like that, that was the designation for one of the Russian or the Soviet ships in those days. And the Admiral perked up and said, "What does that mean?" And a little hand from the back said, because I had actually read it all. But we knew how to give enough detail to sound really convincing.
We did,
didn't
yes, yes, we did. Yeah, we were very good at that. Yeah.
So, Naples for you, was that a good place?
It was an excellent place, yes. I got there in February '81 and I left there in January '83, married, and came to the States.
Yeah.
Because I met someone that in fact we've got that nice picture from your promotion party where Nick's hidden between Liz Demon and somebody else kind of
Oh,
peeking
really?
out.
Is he
Yeah,
in it?
he is in it, yeah, he is, yeah.
Of course, I know that was the promotion lunch party.
Yeah, it was, yes. Yeah.
So, of course, I don't see them anymore, so I can't recognise who was
So you've
there.
got Debbie Hirsch is there,
Yeah.
Doug French, Liz Demon, Nick's next little Liz Demon, and then random, you're on somebody's lap, I think. Which
No,
probably not-
that's not me.
That's not you. Oh, okay, someone very striking resemblance. You're standing for the day, but yeah, no, that was because I was looking at, oh my God, that's Nick, and that was before because you knew him. I mean, he got there in '79, and you were there in '78.
Yeah, and he was a popular guy because, of course, he was one of the single men out there, and we were always short of single men, unless, of course, you had an American battle group in.
Yes, yeah, I remember those. I think they had keys. So because Jan changed the locks, all the keys were no longer any good when the 6-week came in.
When the carriers were in, they all had to anchor off, and so it was a good hour's travel back to the ship.
Yeah.
So we would just let them all sleep on the sofas, on the floor, in the baths, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know why they couldn't have gone to the American base to do that, but I expect it was our delectable cooking.
I think it probably was. Actually, I've got some other pictures on another album of, you know, they would go to the commissary and get all these wonderful steaks and meats and things, and bring them over and barbecue them for us. I remember that. That was after you were gone.
It was after.
Yeah.
I remember them coming with sort of flagons of gin,
Oh yeah, well that
and cases
too.
of beer,
Well, that too.
and the bath being full of ice to chill the beer.
No, I wanted to.
But we did work a bit, didn't we?
Well, we did. I think the thing about, and I know that Nick would talk to other people about this, you know, when he was able to talk, we'll get onto that later,
Yes.
but it was it was like a moment in time where everything was melded. We were the right group of people, and Nick and Franks also agreed with this. He
Yes.
said, you know, he's never been in an establishment before where everything just came together. We all worked hard, but we all played hard as well. And it was just, you know, we got the job done, but we had fun when we were doing it.
Yeah.
Which was, I think, the NATO side, not the national, the US national side. Because that would have been done.
And it was good being into that international
Oh, absolutely.
environment,
Yeah,
wasn't
it was,
You know,
yeah.
making lots of friends
Mhm.
across all sorts of nationalities.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
So, good Navy memories.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good memories of the Women's Royal Naval Service.
Yes.
And I wonder if they have as much fun nowadays. Probably.
You think so? Yeah, maybe. I think everything's a little bit more PC now than it was back then.
Yes.
Yeah, but anyway. It was
I'll
good
draw a
fun.
veil over that.
Yeah.
Next time, a tougher side of Joe's life. But don't forget, there's still more cooking videos to come.
All the recipes are on my website, www.bakingblind.com.